What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Pink Table. And we are calling on all the single people, even though we have a married person. Wait, right over there. She's coming to bring us all that wonderful married lady vibes going on. Welcome, everybody, to the Pink Table. It's Sunday at 7 o'clock. And of course, it's your girls. We are in the building. Real quick for Nicole, who's not on, coming in the door with my shoulder jumping. Hey. Hey. Hi, Nicole. Hi, Nicole. So we just want to shout out Mr. Huffman. It's his birthday today. Yes. And I believe it's today. Yes. It was today or yesterday. I think it's today. And she is off celebrating with her husband as she should. Special shout out to my baby who turned 27 today, Jazz. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Jazz.
I know. You don't see that I had a 27-year-old anywhere here, right? I know. I also have a 30-year-old. Oh, okay. I was 2. It's a weird story. So anyway, welcome everybody. Welcome. We're so happy you decided to join us tonight. We could not do this without you. Thank you for sharing our posts. Thank you for showing up every Sunday. Thank you for commenting, subscribing. Please continue to do that because without you, there is no us, and we do love y'all so much. Without further ado, I want to introduce my favorite people, minus one. Anywho, first up is my co-host, the one, the only, the incomparable Cece. You like that? And also, right in the middle down there, one of my newest favorite people. All right, Cece, what's up? Who you shouting out today?
Big shout out to my love, whose birthday is on Friday. Yay! All the February birthdays. It's a whole lot of love in the room.
Yes, it is.
And shouts to my babies, Deja and Amana. Mommy loves you. And I'm about to have one that's a quarter of a century old. But I look good
though. Yeah, you do. Yes, ma'am.
And big shout outs to the community, the Let's Win Sis community of women who are winning. Because y'all.
Okay, go ahead and do the nail cam because them nails look real good. Oh, with yellow. Oh, yellow.
Hi, Di. Look, y'all.
Ooh. Yeah. Okay. Come through nails. Oh. All right.
Okay, you ready?
Well, you, Miss Kim.
I want to shout out. Of course, I always have to shout out my babies, my 2 heartbeats, Christian and Mariah. And then I also would like to shout out the Let's Win Sis community. You all came through in a big way with Kindness Day. I mean, that was such an uplifting day. Being able to pour out kindness on someone else, it just filled me. So that day, shout out to Coach Purpose for implementing that and all the women that just came through.
Yes. You know what's so awesome about the community is it doesn't take much for them to say, I'm on board. Like once they signed up, they are committed and signed up. I pulled that out of nowhere. I was like, oh, you know what? We need some kindness. And they was like, what? Let's do it.
Yes.
So I really appreciate everybody. And the community just continues to grow with new faces. Shout out to all the new people that are joining the community every single day. We appreciate you. We hope you find something that just makes you stick around and love being here because we love having you here. I want to personally shout out tonight, of course, again, Conrad Huffman, Jasmine, everybody whose birthday, one of my best friends' birthday, he turned 50 yesterday. Shout out to DJ AJ Scratch or Aaron Stone. Some of you know him, may not know him, whatever. That's one of my very best friends. Shout out to him. Also, I want to say shout out to Mars Custom Cases. She will get you right every time. Yes, and this is not even her best work. Like you should see her custom work is the bomb. Check her out, Mars Custom Cases. Also, Gifts with You in Mind, who sponsored our gift basket from our Valentine's contest last week. Shout out to Darlene Bacon with Gifts with You in Mind. And also all of my fellow and aspiring authors. For those of you who don't know, my book is on Amazon. Well, two of my books are on Amazon, and the continue to grow. Shout out to Nicole who put her grief journal out there. Super proud of her. Oh, look, I got Kiana in the building. Shout out to you, 923 Collections. All my entrepreneurs, listen, keep hustling, keep grinding. Don't lose sight of your purpose because I promise you, it will pay off. Shout out to her for getting ready to open up her brick and mortar location. That's what I'm talking about. 923 Collections. All right, guys. Tonight, all things single. And even if you're married, at one point you were single too.
Yep.
And so we are going to answer some questions, get down dirty. We're going to get some advice for married people. Although, married people tend to always want to give single people some advice. I'm not saying nothing. Oops, I'm not saying nothing. But tonight, we hope that you guys want to join us in the conversation and in the comments because we really want to attack this issue. February is the love month. And guess what? We are going to love on y'all all month long. Hope you've been having a great time at it so far. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we're going to dive right into it. So don't go anywhere because this thing might get a little crazy. Everybody, and we're back. We're trying to sing on here. We're trying to give you a little bit of entertainment. Now, what I want y'all to do right now is go share this broadcast from wherever you're watching it. We need those numbers to climb, because we want to bring you this every Sunday. Because we know you like it. We know you want it. So go share it and come on
in and follow us on social media. We have our Facebook page, the one that we keep talking about, all the wonderful things going on with the Let's Win Sis community of women who win. You can follow us on Instagram. You can follow us on Twitter. I don't know much about that. I'm a little old for that one, but there too. But follow us, share us on YouTube, hit that little bell, and it'll ring every time we get online. Share, join us.
Yes, and everywhere we are either LWS Pink Table or Let's Win Sis. You can find us pretty much anywhere. So no excuses. Listen to what Cece said. She knows what she's talking about, that lady over there. It's hard. I keep wanting to go, oh, that's the right way. Okay.
I'm easy.
Right.
Right. Look, but we still got it. We got to go this way.
Got to kind of go, over there. Yeah. All right, well, listen, let's dive in because I've been waiting for this topic because let me give you a little 411. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. However, I was married for 24 years. Again, I don't look like what I've been through, thank God. Okay? So I guess what I want to start off with is people always ask, are you single by choice or not? In my opinion, in my opinion, everybody who is single has made a choice. You are single for a reason. Every day, you make a decision that continues to keep you in the single bucket. Even those that say, no, I want a relationship or I want to find somebody. Clearly, you have not decided because that in which you will for yourself shall show up. So, I'm going to just put the topic out there. Have y'all ever heard somebody swear up and down they want to be in a relationship, stay single, and you know that they're making a conscious decision to stay in that lane?
Yep. I have a friend who has a list.
Oh, not the list.
The list. And if every box is not checked off on the list, next. So guess what? You almost 50 years old and still single because you holding on to that list. Let the list go. Let it go. Let it go.
Okay. I'm single. It's by choice to a degree because I'm at a point in life where I've been married, already have my children, so I'm not settling. I don't have a list, but I'm not settling. I know exactly what I want, and when he comes, I'm going to know it. So until then, I refuse to settle for just anyone, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I think I feel you. So now that you guys have brought that perspective, I feel torn because there's for me knowing what I know, having seen and been through because my 24 years wasn't the only person I ever dated, et cetera, right? So at this point in my life, and we are all three of us, and so young folks come on, chime on in, give us some comments, but at this point in my life, there are things that are non-negotiable. But I understand saying that the list might be too strenuous because when you get this list, you will sometimes block your own blessings. I get that. However, as a woman, I feel, even a man, you should have non-negotiables, not just for yourself, but for the other person. Because if you have these things that you want, expect, etc., and you don't make that clear, or you go into something knowing you need something that that person doesn't have, right? You just wasted y'all's time.
true.
And women we have a habit. Okay, yes, I'm a women's advocate, but let me just say, women have a habit of because you're not doing this, we never address this issue. We just nag about something else, and we build this stuff up over here. Be honest, which brings me to my next point of the conversation. So for me, non-negotiable and the list is something is what dating is for. I think we've lost the whole reason for dating, i.e., courting, etc. Like, yes, you're getting to know the person, yes, you're impressing them, but also you're finding out valuable information as to whether or not we should continue this cycle or not. Like, so Cece, when you were dating early in life, what was that experience like versus like now?
Well, the two are different. My initial dating phase prior to my first marriage and the dating phase leading up to my second marriage, night and day.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the younger me, and this goes back to the list. Oh, he got to look good. He got to have a nice car. He got to have an apartment. He got to have this. So it was the superficial things that mattered then. Whereas in the older years, it's, are you stable? Not only stable in your finances, but stable in your mind.
That's where I went first. Are you crazy?
Right. How much baggage do you have? How many children do you have? How many baby mamas do you have for the children that you have? So those are the things that we're looking at later on, because, you know, how many men? There are not many. And I lucked out that I, in my second marriage, got a man with no kids. That's like, what? So your dating habits between the two, totally different. I think we look at them differently. We date differently. You know, in the younger years, you know, we want to go out and party and drink and, you know, have a good time. Whereas, you know, as we're older, we want to get to know each other.
Mm-hmm.
Quality time to get to know each other.
Right.
So, what's your thoughts on it?
So really, you're speaking of like compatibility, leading into your, you know, your golden years, where we're heading. We're not there yet. So with me, I've met some very nice people that we weren't on the same page in areas that are very important to me. One had not been outside of Ohio, had no desire to go outside of Ohio. Even with me showing in my business of travel pictures, different, you know, things that I was trying to entice them to want that, because really a very nice person. I like to go anytime I can. And being a travel agent, it kind of gives me certain perks where I can do it for less money at times. That wasn't going to work. So that compatibility is big for me, in all areas. That's about it.
Yeah. We got some really good comments. One of our Facebook folks says, I'm single and I'm okay with just having companionship only. That is somebody who is self-aware, who knows what they want, who is okay in that, and is not going to waste anybody's time along the way because they're not in that situation. I love this. Women also never take a moment to let the past go before trying to begin something new. My God. And this is not just women do this, but it's not just a women only thing. People do not take the time. Oh, hey, Calista. People do not take the time to let something go, fully go before hopping into something else. And for me, that's the fear of being alone. Fear of being alone. Kiana also says dating is very different today. No one gets to really know the other person. Everyone wants a title. Many people don't have to have the work ethic or the drive and patience to learn an individual. And I agree. Now, knowing that, I'm going to pose this before we go to our next break, because this is a good one. It might carry us into the next segment. But when you are dating a boss, or when you sign up to be in a relationship, a dating relationship, a friendship with a female entrepreneur, I'm going to just put it out there, a female entrepreneur, the rules of engagement are different. And I need women to know that the rules of engagement are different, that your expectations up front should be communicated and your non-negotiables should be real, because we are a different beast and we have very little patience. I know I do, to hold hands, especially if we already had kids, to hold hands, to, you know what I mean? Like, we're a different breed of people and we got to be secure in that and understand that. I don't know how you feel, Cece, but like, I know how we are.
You know what? That could be such a pull on a relationship if that understanding is not there and that other person is not supportive. If the man in the relationship is not supportive when the woman is a boss, and that could be in the 9 to 5 or being an entrepreneur or both. he has to be very understanding because life can get demanding. And guess what? All of the duties typically handled by the woman in the house, you may have to pick up some slack, bruh. And you're gonna have to be okay with that. And some guys are not okay with that. And women, that is something that you need to find out early on. Even if you're not there yet in your business or in your career, you need to find that out early on because that could be a stopping block for you.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know about Kim, but Kim, I have heard the word intimidating way too many times as it relates to myself and somebody who was interested in me. What about you?
Very much so. And then when I hear intimidating, I speak to insecurities because there's something going on with you if you're intimidated by me. And even though I'm upfront with everything that I'm doing from the get, I also still try to make time. So it's something lacking within some males, I'm not going to say all, when they can't handle a woman, whether it's an insecurity or I think that's the best word I can find. It's an insecurity when you have a woman that's doing the doggone thing. I would think a man would want to sit back and say, that's my baby. Look at her go. And anything that they can do to help you get there, they should be there supporting it.
Yeah, I agree with that. And I also would take it a step further to say that it also is something relative to lack of ambition, which is where I put lack of ambition, comfortable with complacency, just wanna. Like, I don't even associate with the word just wanna or just. That's not in my vocabulary because I'm not going to just do something. I'm going to do it and I'm going to figure out how to do it better and then keep doing it. But and so that's where that whole dating conversation, not just, ooh, he look good, I feel good. But what is he bringing what does he want for himself, which will speak to what he will do for you. If he's just okay, you might not be, here it is, you might not be equally yoked. And you really need to pay attention to that because maybe not right now. Maybe you're not a superstar boss right now, but you will be. So preparing for what you will be. Oh, that's good today, y'all. And the comments are on fire. When we come back, I'm going to put some of these comments on the screen. We will address them. Oh my God, Nicole, I missed you so much. Your commercial is next. So Kiana says that being in a relationship with a female entrepreneur is very different. Time is limited. A person has to be supportive and understanding. And obviously, that goes both ways. We talked about lack of ambition, but of course, if that significant other has ambitions themselves, we do also have to be supportive in that way too. So that's something to think about. Let's see. I look younger and have never experienced dating anyone older, let alone my age. And so I just am so over it. I'm not interested in marriage a second go round right now. Understood, honey. Neither am I. Bloop. Okay. But you know what? Knowing yourself is important. But what I want to tell you guys real quick, first of all, again, thank you so much for watching. Please share this with someone. Share it on your page, whether you're looking Facebook, YouTube, share it, please, so that we can really get out there to more people. But also, if you are interested in having your business advertised with us, as you can see, we play ads throughout the show every Sunday at 7 o'clock, and you will see a different group of folks on here. We have different folks watching every single time, plus the replays are off the hook. So why not advertise with us? All you got to do is send an email to lwspinktableshow@gmail.com, and we will hook you up. But have you seen these shirts? Have you seen? Have you seen them? Oh, Cece, where do we get these from?
Well, if you are interested in any pink table shirts that you have seen, the pink one, no, I'm sorry, not the pink one. You can't have that one. Gray, the white, or the black. You can order yours today for just $20.
What?
Shirts, $20. Better get.
Okay, well, how do they do that?
You can send me an inbox at C Posh Designs on my page, or you can message the group, message us in the group, and those messages will get directed to me, and I will get you your shirts. You can send caps to C Posh Designs and send your information that way as well.
I love it. Nene Leak's gonna get us because we keep using her blue.
Good. And Nene is a trademark.
Conrad gonna get us. Conrad is gonna get us. Okay. Hey.
What up? What up?
Wait. Go ahead.
Okay, with your hair?
Right, but go. Yes.
It's that birthday baby hair.
Oh, honey. Yes, we do really love each other. Y'all see how hard we go for each other.
Y'all, what's up? I done popped all up in y'all mix today.
It's only right that another married woman would jump on here.
Come on, Cece.
Okay, Cece, go ahead, girl.
What? Okay, so look, we gonna throw this down there because see, I done gave my point. So Nicole,
hey,
throw the question at you. Since you married too, see, I was in this by myself. I'm so glad you joined us. Thank you. But what is your interpretation of dating now versus and we know that you're married too, but when you were in your younger years dating, how did you do that versus what you would possibly do now?
Whew, so the younger Nicole, and y'all got to remember, I grew up PK. Right. So you know, I had to do a little undercover dating, all that good stuff. But I agree with you, Cece. I was watching the show, and he had to have a car. He had to be some eye candy. He had to, it wasn't really about his own place at the time because, PK kids wasn't spending the night nowhere we wasn't even coming in late. So, we had to work with somebody that was willing to work with us. But it was so different than now because I was looking for that instant connection. It wasn't, I mean, he had, come on, I'm gonna keep it real because he had to be a little nice on the eyes. He did.
Have to be fine.
He had to be fine. He had to be fine. But it was just different. I was just looking for that connection that, how's the conversation going? Can we talk to each other? Getting to know each other and talking about those non-negotiables. So, dating hubby was different than any other dating I've ever done. And this too is my second marriage. So, it was just different. Our conversation was different. The things we did was different. The things we said was different. And, I mentioned before on a different show, we had that one week where we listed what our non-negotiables were. So, we were willing to work, but here's a few things that I just can't teeter with. He had a couple, I had a couple, and we knew that fresh and going in. So I knew okay, if I had an issue with that, I needed to work on it because I knew if I wanted to be with him, that's what he needed. Right. And vice versa. It wasn't just me, him, me. It was the both of us trying to, do that thing.
Now, did either one of y'all pass a few up on the way because they just didn't fit the mold? I'm sure y'all did.
I did, yeah. So after my divorce, I was like, I'm good. I'll never get married again. I even said I wasn't going to date again. I was just going to have me some friends and I was going to be able to go to the movies, go to dinner. I just, I was just looking for that companionship to just have somebody you can kind of go hang out with. But after I started getting to know me, getting over what was before this phase, loving on myself, and focusing on those things, it got to the point I was like, okay, I'm not going to turn my cheek to it. But then when I met hubby, we were in our master's program together. And that was a 2-year program. So if it didn't work out, I was like, which one of us leaving? Because we cannot finish this program together. Somebody gotta go and it won't be.
So my question, y'all, is that's funny. My question is relative to men versus women. Like when women make a stand and say, I'm cool and I'm walking in my singleness, sometimes it comes, and I'm okay to date willingly, freely, however many folks I feel like dating, whatever, right? That's the choice that I've made in my life right now. Why does that feel different than when men decide to do what men do? Like people look at us differently than others.
Double standard.
Okay. Like we can't be free with what we do. We have to be upheld to a certain standard. And then here's another one. Women have a habit of being, I'm gonna go back to CC's list. I don't want him to have no baby mamas, no whole bunch of kids, this, that, and the other, no horrible ex-wives, blah, 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 right? But then we meet a man that's 45 with no kids, never been married, and we looking at side eye, and I'm like,
what's wrong with you?
What's wrong with you? Why ain't nobody wanted you and all this? Like we can't win for losing. They can't win for losing because we like, he better not have blah, blah, blah. And here he come riding in, good job, car, whatever. And, but he don't have nothing. And we like, I need a full workup on you, bro. Why is that okay?
You know what? It's really, it's not okay, but it's okay to some. That goes back to the standards and having standards, because if you don't have any standards, then that person that's 45 that ain't got a pot to poop in. Oh, okay. You want to move in with me? Okay, I'll take care of you. And just to say I got a man.
Oh yeah. Oh,
yeah.
No. And then you know what? Maybe it's not so much that we're looking at them in judgment because we're confused. And here's another thing. Y'all know this to be true. Ask for what you want. Be very specific sometimes when you're having conversations with God about your next relationship, your next marriage and stuff, because you'll get what you want. But for us to say, well, we don't want a bunch of, a man who's been married before, a man with a bunch of kids, that's not what we want. What we want is a man who has respect. If he got 20 baby mamas and they all in line and they know not to cross a line as it's relative to you, that's what you want.
Yeah.
Because you came into the thing. Most of us have kids. Most of us have ex-husbands or whatever we did. So we coming in it with something, but we expecting them not to have something. The difference is we not about to do the whole baby daddy. We be like, baby daddy, sit down, have several seats because this didn't work.
Yeah.
Okay, so we gonna move over here. Like we tell baby daddy have several seats. And the problem is we have found that too many men don't know how to tell their baby mamas to have seats. So that's what we're in fear of. Right? I think that's the conversation.
Then we got to tell them to have several seats.
Several.
And you know what? And I don't think it's so much that they don't know how to tell them. I think they're afraid to tell them because of the control that we as women, I'm saying we because most time the children are with us, and then women start tripping about them seeing their kids when they try and put the hammer down. So I don't think it's that they don't know how. It's that fear of, if I tell them this, then they're going to be tripping. I'm not going to be able to get my kids next weekend, or, because you have some women that have that bitterness.
In some cases, Kim, you're right. But here's my thing. Go get custody. Go get partial custody. Go and see it all the way through. Because the minute you give that baby mama, y'all know how we do. The minute you give me one sign of weakness, I'm going all the way in. So you have to we didn't work out, but we have children, and a man needs to be a man at all times. A man needs to set his boundaries and things at all times, because how he deals with you and how he deals with his baby mama is going to let you know how the whole relationship is going to go.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. So I agree with you to a point that women do that relative to the kids, but at the same time, like, it's going to be rare, especially at our age, it's anybody age for real, to find somebody, male or female, that doesn't have kids. But it's a matter of, in the dating relationship or in the course of dating, ask, what is your expectation of the relationship between your children's mother and myself? Because I'm not going in the closet for her.
No.
I'm going to be in the car when we go pick up your kids. Yep. Because I'm establishing myself as a woman. Now, what you going to do?
Mm-hmm.
I got a question.
I got an answer. They do over here. They got.
Do you think that the baby mama, baby daddy drama comes from lack of closure in that relationship?
Yes.
Yeah, because they keep going back dipping.
Yeah.
Well, not only that, not even the dipping, just the anger.
Yeah.
And I will use,
if they're angry, Cece, they may not even be angry. Okay, you got an angry. Tell us the story, girl. Where my wine at?
So, like, if a relationship ends in a bad place and there are children involved, and I speak from experience, Lord help me, but okay, I'm a dad. I'm gonna still have my dad duties, but this is my life over here now. There's no communication between the new and the old, and you leave your child with the new without having the old know what in the world.
I just had a heart attack. I don't even know this woman.
And the child has the nerve.
This woman, Harpo.
You told Harpo to beat me,
child. How is the mother supposed to feel having the child with the girlfriend, not knowing that the child's with the girlfriend when the child's supposed to be with daddy?
Yeah.
So that can create problems, not only between the parents, but with the new person, because now the mother has an instant attitude with the girlfriend because she got your kid and you don't know her.
But okay, yup, I agree. But now I got a question. I'm like, Nicole, I got a question. As a woman, I mean, yes, he wrong. But as a woman, I'm not watching your kids unless you and I have had a conversation. She can't come to where I'm at, or your kids can't come to where I'm at without us having a conversation.
Yeah.
And I think that a lot of women, they're threatened. Their position is threatened because of all the stigma around baby mama. You know, they always say a man could always go back to baby mama. Well, I was an ex-wife. I don't know if it's a difference, but you can't come back here, bruh. So it's the closure. It's the closure, like you said, but it's also woman up. Don't start a relationship with, and this is not if your kids is 20, 30, etc. That's if they want to kick it with the new whatever, that's their business. Yeah. But I'm talking about school age children. I'm not going to, I'm just not. Yes, Kiana is on point. She said they need an establishment of understanding. She said they never close the book and the drama comes from the closure in the relationship. But see, he don't want to, because if you act up, he know he can. So he not going to. And that's the type of man you don't want. True. But so Nicole, at what point should the expectation be that there's a conversation between all three parties? What do you think?
So I can speak from experience. Our family blended. So we have 4 daughters, 2 boys. And we blended actually very well. I was very much a part of my I call them my bonus babies, their lives, as we grew closer. And I always remember this example. They always called me. We always talked and things like that. But there was an example with, a situation that happened in school. And I had a conversation with one of them. And I sat there after the conversation and I said, it's time. And I called their mom and I said, listen, I know we haven't really had an official conversation, but I need you to know that anything I say to your kids is nothing different than I would say to my own. Mm-hmm. So if in this situation, one of them need to get themselves together and you need to explain to them or say to them, I will use the same verbiage with my own. I'm not going to talk to mine sugar sweet and then come over here fussing at your kids. And the one thing she said to me, she said, I know. She said, I know that you care about my kids. My kids tell me everything you say. So that's another point that you have to be careful with what you say to somebody else's kids, because they're going to tell. They're going to tell. Somebody's going to ask. Mm-hmm. So it was, that had been years, but we had that. I knew in that moment I was like, it's time for me to call her, because now I'm being kind of pulled in, so to speak. They trust me. We have a good relationship. And in that moment, we had already exchanged numbers, and I think we had a few texts, about the kids back and forth, but we never officially talked. So for me in that situation, it was like I always wanted to. I just kind of was like, okay, let me kind of wait for the right moment. We had met kind of in passing, introduced in passing. So she knew I was around. But before that, I never had the kids without, I would have had that conversation had I, gonna pick up the kids and go on over here without him. Right. But yeah, it was just a moment, and it didn't happen right away, but it was just a moment. And you got to be conscious of that time frame, because you don't want to have that conversation and y'all really ain't, you just want to have the conversation just so you could be known as the new girlfriend or the new, I'm dating him now. So you have to be careful when you're dating, when there's children involved, because you can't just be getting connected and you don't even know what's going on over here. Now y'all looking crazy, but these kids like, where Nicole at? Where Kim at? And it's it was just for me. I didn't plan it to happen when it did. It was just kind of like a moment of now is the time.
Perfect. Well, when we come back, Kim is gonna keep the topic going, but I do want to know about online dating. Maybe we can talk about that when we come back. We'll be back.
I'm back in my spot.
Wait, I'm like, okay.
I was multitasking. I got caught multitasking. The stuff we do on break, I don't put lipstick on. I was trying to talk over here. I was just like, ah. Okay, well, hello, everyone.
Hello.
You are
Okay,
watching the Pink Table. We're here each and every Sunday at 7 p.m. And this is the cast. And also, okay.
It's that birthday for my hubby, Shoulder Lean.
Hey.
Nice.
Happy
It's toast
birthday,
to Conrad.
Conrad.
See, I don't even have nothing to drink. I ran in and was like, where my shirt at?
That's okay. I'll drink for you. Hold on.
Take a sip for the birthday.
Damn. Okay, so Miss Kim is coming back.
Okay. You brought up a topic right before we went to commercial. Online dating. It sucks.
Tell us how you really feel.
Yeah, I mean, I was trying to, during commercial, I said, so how can I say this tactfully? No, it sucks. Big time. And it's not just from my own experience, because I have been on there, but if you just scroll through Facebook, you got people that talk about their experiences all the time. And I'm just sitting back like, okay, it's not just me. It really does suck. You know what? It was to the point where I went to, don't laugh at me. I went to my little profile and put delete. I gotta go. I can't go through this because I'm wasting my time. What'd you say? Delete.
Bye.
Okay, so what site were you on?
POF.
Girl, number one rule of online dating is don't go to POF. That is a hookup site.
Nobody
that is
told
just
me
nasty. Nasty. I'm mad at you, girl.
Nobody told me
Plenty
that.
of fish. No.
Nobody told me that.
That's worse than swipe left or right.
Plenty of
Okay, so listen.
Oh, and Mariah.
I have had multiple friends find their husbands and they're happily married today. Online dating. So what happened? You that was it. You went to POF, and I would have quit too. I would have been like,
I said, you know what? I can't. And then I started seeing people that I knew, and it was like, really? People that I knew that were in relationships, people that I knew that were married on POF.
yes, because they going there to get
Clutching my pearls. Like, no. Gotta go.
Wow.
Gotta go.
But okay, so then I'm asking the group of questions. Well, no, I ain't asking them. Never mind. This is between me and you, Kim, because them
Okay.
two over
But
there.
I got a question, and I don't. Can I ask a question? It ain't even my
No,
turn.
I'm just saying. Put
So
your ring down and you can ask the question.
listen, y'all messy. They messy, CC. So listen, I have a question, and I don't know. It doesn't sound like this would apply to you. Maybe one of our viewers can respond. So when you are online dating, when does your profile come down in the midst of dating someone? Like, how does that? We went out to dinner. Are we like, where is it's the conversation about us having our live profile still up here? We've been out on a few dates. We feeling the vibe. But does anybody ever talk about when it comes down for us to try this? Or okay.
That's good, girl. That's real good. You doing your good question.
I can't. That's when you show up late. You got the good stuff.
Oh, so listen. Here's why it's so good. Because I don't care, so I'll just delete the app off my phone. Now, this was in my younger days. I don't do those sites anymore, and I definitely don't pay for no sites. So this was back when the sites was free. Okay, Plenty of Fish, when you could actually talk to somebody and they don't say, okay, so when you coming over? But so for me, when I get tired of the site, let alone I'm dating somebody, I'm like, I delete it off my phone. That does not mean that it is deleted. Your profile is deleted, right? So you can really find somebody that you like, whether it's online because you met them online, whether you out, whatever, and you like really in a relationship, and they literally like, let's say I was in a relationship right now today, and they could come to me and say, "So what you doing on Plenty of Fish?" And I'll be like, "I'm not on Plenty what?" Because I literally don't care enough to go back and take my profile down. I probably got one on Black People Meet. I probably got one on, but I have heard people have this conversation before, and I think it's really odd to me that people who meet online get an attitude because people's profiles still exist online. First of all, we're not married. Now, if we're like 6 months into this relationship and we're committed and we've made a mutual decision, then I can see you saying to your significant other, have you deleted your profile? Like, are we still out here? I am all for communication. It may not bother your significant other. It might not even be a thing, but you need to have the conversation to say it's a thing. I need you to take your profile down. Okay. Okay, great. Like, I feel like that's when it's time for it. When you have the conversation and you mutually agree that it's time to take, some people think it's time to take your whole Facebook profile down. And I would never be in that relationship because I run a whole business off of Facebook. But I'm just saying, like, some people, but if you had that conversation in the beginning when you were courting, when you were dating, you would know what the expectation is. I think it's different for everybody. Some people don't care. But some people's husbands is in the bed at night scrolling on Plenty of Fish. So you really need to have that conversation. Honestly, like, that's stuff that you need to talk about. I agree, Mariah. Communication is key. Anyone try the Christian sites? Darlene said, has anyone tried? I know y'all. Kim. So Christian Mingle, I have a best friend who was on that site and was not pleased. However, the what is it like our time or something? Two people that I know have found love and are in loving relate marriages right now from our time. Um, and like anything else, in my opinion, it's what you do with it. It's what you decide to do with it. Even if you on plenty of fish. Because for me, I no, don't be on plenty. I don't care. It's nothing I can say good about that. But what you get, what you put out there, how you position your profile, the profile picture you use, the way you carry yourself, just like in person. Because I guess my question is, just like our two married ladies have to find creative ways to work through and do dates and stuff in a pandemic, being single and wanting a relationship in a pandemic might be difficult because you're not going to the clubs, you're not going to, not saying we go to the clubs, but you know what I'm saying, you're not as in person as you would normally be. And so online, whether it's Facebook, that's online dating, it's a whole lot of people met some people on Facebook. So it's really what you do. Just like when you're in a club, how you carry yourself in a club is how you should carry yourself online. Be you everywhere you are. And that's going to ward off people that, you know, that you know.
Yep.
I think.
Mm.
So anyhow. Oh my God, it's almost 8 o'clock. Lord, I've been talking too much.
That was great.
It must be the wine. I don't know. We are so excited that you guys were able to join us. You guys really came through on the comments tonight. Kiana, if it was a winner for comments tonight, Kiana would be a winner. You came through tonight. We are so happy that it's nothing like having all four of us on here.
Y'all should have seen me running up there like.
Please tell our brother that we love him for sharing.
We love him.
He like, you ain't going on the show. I said, oh, so we on the same page?
Well, hello. Give me 1 second. But I will just say that it's time for our final words. And I would like to start with Kim tonight.
Ooh, okay. Final words. For anyone that is involved in online dating, I didn't mean that it sucks. POF sucks. So I can only go by my experience there. So for anyone, what did you mention? Our time?
Our time.
Our time. The Christian site somebody mentioned, go for it. If it's for you, I'm with you.
That's my daughter said y'all. She don't like it.
So I have to straighten it out. But I love you all. That's it for me.
Kim said no dating sites for her, but you feel free.
What did you do, Spirit Fingers?
CC, final words, love.
So I would just heavily suggest that you make standards. Don't make the list, but have standards in your dating. Know what you want in your mate. And ladies, please try to wait on him to find you. Please.
That's good. So my final words.
I didn't tell you enough.
Communication. Somebody said it several times in our comments. Communication is key. So whether you're dating, be understood, but also understand. It's not just you. You're not the only one with, some things you want him to do, but it's a two-way street. So understand and be understood. And if you're just truly single and not dating right now, love yourself. Make it all about you. It's okay to be at the dinner table at the restaurant by yourself with your favorite magazine. Done it plenty of times.
Yep.
So love you and love yourself and love who you're with.
Yes. And my final words are stop playing with yourself, girl. You've been single for too long and you know you want it. Quit making the decision to be single and quit complaining about it. Ain't no good men out here. There's a good you, so there's clearly a good him. What you need to do is ask for what you want. Tell God what you want and wait. And then how about you work on you? Because, girl, you ain't all that you're expecting from somebody else. If you can't give it, don't expect to give it. I love y'all.
Yes.
This is the Pink Table right here every Sunday at 7 o'clock. And we couldn't be us without you. So make sure you tune in every single week. Shoulder roll. See y'all. Peace.